First intern checked in. Time to lock another casualty. Success story. Subscription confirmed. HR will overlook your crimes. This time.
Look around you, surrounded by love. We are with you when push comes to shove. We're with you. We're more than friends, very easy to see. We chose our own family, our arms around you. You were there for me when I was down, held my hand when no one was around, pulled me up when I started to drown. Yeah, you're the ones that I hold so close. You're the family I chose. I'll be there for you when you are down. I will hold your hand when no one is around. I'll stop and listen when you need an ear, and together we'll work our way through this fear. And now we dance and we sing so loud. Look at all the love in this crowd. Over here we love you. Hands in the air, it's so plain to see. We chose our own family. We're with you, arms around you. You were there for me when I was down, held my hand when no one was around, pulled me up when I started to drown. Yeah, you're the ones that I hold so close. You're the family I chose.
Surprise, mother lickers!
And now we dance and we sing so loud. Look at all the love in this crowd. Over here we love you. Hands in the air, it's so plain to see. We chose our own family. We're with you, arms around you. You were there for me when I was down, held my hand when no one was around, pulled me up when I started to drown, yeah. You're the ones that I hold so close. You're the family I chose. You were there for me when I was down, held my hand when no one was around, pulled me up when I started to drown, yeah. You're the ones that I hold so close. You're the family I chose. Where do you go when the night's all alone? When the darkness creeps so strong, we'll be alright. Where do you go when no one is there and no one seems to care? We love you. Look around you, surrounded by love. We are with you when push comes to shove. We're with you. We're more than friends, very easy to see. We chose our own family, our arms around you. You were there for me when I was down, held my hand when no one was around, pulled me up when I started to drown, yeah.
Good morning, fam. How are you? It is good to see you. Welcome in. I got to get out and say a habit of saying good morning. Because for some of us, it's good morning. For some of us, it's good afternoon. But either way, it works. Fam, I am on a new setup today. I rearranged some things on my desktop. So if there's a little bit of tomfoolery going on today, please know that's why. I've rearranged everything over here, including my chat and all that. I've actually come up with a better way to combine all the chats. I wasn't able to see YouTube chat on Friday night. That was one of the bugs we discovered, so I fixed that. I still can't get the bot to connect to either of the YouTube streams if I'm doing two YouTube streams at the same time. So that's another one we're going to have to get through, but at least we got the chat figured out, and now I can respond to everybody and see everybody. Speaking of which, Shadow, Rico, it is good to see you both. Shani, welcome in. Azaruth, welcome in. Sis, welcome in. Cheryl, it is good to see you as well. Kellen, thank you so much for the resub, my friend. 85 months. Kellen, how have you been? It is really good to see you on top of everything else. How has everything been going? I hope all is good with you. Oh my gosh, Freaker! Good morning, afternoon, evening, and good night. As they would say on The Truman Show. Kellen, we are. We have such a rundown of everything we are working on right now. It's been a blast. We're back to streaming on Twitch 5 days a week. They're 3-hour streams each, Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and each one has a different theme. We're here from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern. And then every Friday night, now we're here from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern. And that's usually gameplay, usually Fallout 76. On top of that, we've got the Agents of Chaos YouTube channel. We've got the radio station YouTube channel, which is DICR, which is actually what we're broadcasting to today. In both formats, by the way, fam, both horizontal and vertical format. That is a regular thing, except on Wednesdays when we stream to Twitch only. That's the only time that we're going to have an exception to that rule. I'm going to bring this microphone up so I actually don't have to keep dipping over to talk into it. But that's what's going on right now. We have all that going on. I've been busy. It's been fun though. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of work, but it's been a lot of fun. We've had some early successes too. One of our YouTube videos, not that this is viral level or anything like this, but it was really nice to get some real feedback on one of the videos. 180,000 views. Never had a video do that before. And it was what made that so exciting. It didn't get us like super far outside of getting us a bit into the algorithm, and the algorithm now understands what we're trying to do. But the big advantage there was all of the data we were able to get off of that. Now, that did cause me to take a pause with YouTube because suddenly I realized what we had to do. And a lot of the things we had planned weren't going to quite fit and work with that, but that's okay. I'd rather have that at this early stage than get halfway into it and go, oh, so this is what we needed. Oh, okay. Carrie Ann, how are you, love? I tried to send you a happy message before you started today. I'm sure you'll see it. Oh, later if I missed it. Oh, okay. Sis, by the way, if I didn't make enough of a point of saying this, and I'm sorry, my brain's been scattered about 4 different directions, as you know. I love that new painting. If I didn't make enough of a point of saying that, I love that art style on top of it, but I love the new painting. I have something that I'm going to talk to you about when we get together on Wednesday. Just remind me to talk to you about something I want to do behind me. And I'm going to leave it at that. I have an idea, fam, that I'm going to, and I'll give enough away without really spoiling it for anything. What I want to do, fam, is I want to start taking these little sections back here and building them into displays. And they're displays that will rotate. Okay, so what we'll do, the idea being, we'll include the things that you have sent me along the way as well. So like, for example, I'll create a Star Wars display, but it'll also have all the stuff that Freaker sent. But we'll also have a smattering of the Legos and stuff in there, and we'll have it be its own little section in the shelves behind me. Just saw you live and wanted to do my yearly drop and resub. Oh my gosh, Kellen. It is so good to see you. Which one? Oh, there's 2 now? Oh, I'll have to go check out the other one. Woke up with lower back pain and my right leg sore for some reason. Feeling 30s and you're not even 30 yet? Lower back pain and right sore leg, probably from, are you sure that's just not from all the bending and twisting you were doing working on the car? I know when I work on cars, I have to bend and twist into some pretty funky positions, especially if it's transmissions, dashes, you name it. Like, Jamie, I'm in and out. Your Bucks are playing, so you're distracted. Oh, it could be sciatica. Yeah, that's possible too. That's possible too. Oh no, the car at a shop. I fixed one part of the Trance, but there was more. Oh yeah. No, but I was just wondering if maybe from all the bending and twisting you had done that. There's a lot of things that can cause those little moments. Yesterday, we were walking around a festival, so I wasn't sure I was going to stand for stream today, but I actually, from all the activity and otherwise, can I tell you all, I felt like, okay. While we were at this festival, there was a metal worker there. And there was a rather large, and it fits our yard, by the way, okay? A rather large pink flamingo there. I spotted it and pointed it out to KA and said, could we take this home? Because she loves pink flamingos, and it was a planter and everything else, and it was really well done. The other thing too, fam, it's all original metalwork and was very inexpensive. I was really surprised at what they were charging for it. It was a deal on top of everything else, and I'm like, we've been looking for a couple things for the yard. Could we maybe grab this? This is good. What happened afterwards was, and this was by my own volunteerism, by the way, okay? I did this. I carried said metal plate flamingo through the entire festival back to the car. And there were several wives and husbands along the way looking at me doing that going, "Oh." Oh man. Freaker, a lot. That's what I would have guessed, by the way. Freaker, that's what I would have guessed. I think it was, if I'm remembering correctly, 60. But yeah, that's about what you would expect for that, Freaker, and I absolutely agree. When I was picking up the price tag, that's what I thought I was gonna see. And that's why, for the size of it and everything, and that's why when I saw it, I'm like, KA? Look at this. 59, I'm sorry, yeah, it's 59 for the flamingo. That's what I'm wondering, Freaker. They had a lot of stuff there, and I mean a lot. It does make me wonder if they were trying to move a few things out so they could make room for some more stuff. Because they had and it was great stuff too. One of the ones that I really wanted, they had a metal sculpture. It was a plane with 3 propellers on it. There's no place around our house it would have fit. That's why we didn't do it. But there were planes with 3 propellers, and they moved really easily. So, of course, the way they're designed, the plane will face whichever, faces into the wind, basically, and then it pushes the propellers. But, oh, it was really cool. And again, really inexpensive. I think that one was like $39. That's why we were stopping and looking, because we couldn't believe. It must have been almost like a clear out. Although this is a major festival, so I know a lot of the vendors and all that will really work to bring it, basically. Try to move as much as they can for the weekend, because it's a big weekend for them, so. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Fam, it's going to take me a bit. I'm still getting used to all of the different docks now. I now have, because I'm using Meld, now Meld is over here instead of over here. It actually works better. But I'm using the chat dock, and that allows me to see everything. It's absolutely awesome. And I see it in the format that they intend, so that makes it even better. That reminds me, oh, that's right. I'm not going to see any of the timers or anything like that. Okay, just want to make sure no chat was coming through YouTube right now that I was missing. We'll keep testing that. Razor Blue, I don't know. Sell it directly? That I don't know. That's something I have to look into myself. Generally speaking, if it's your music, and fam, I've been told there's a new surprise waiting for us in Suno today. But if it's your music, your original and created, could you sell it? I don't know. I looked into things as far as being able to use it in content, being able to use it on YouTube, being able to use it for videos and games and all that stuff, which you can. That's all perfectly legal and fine. No problems there. As long as one of the songs you've created does not knock on something that is already copyrighted, you're good. But I haven't had anything on Suno be over a 7% match to any other song. And that's nothing, by the way. Like the songs I went and listened to weren't even close to what we had written. So, yeah. But I don't know. I don't want to play legal on that one and see, and try to figure out what it is. Razor, it's good to see you, by the way. Welcome in. But I don't know if you could actually sell that or not. That's something that I hadn't really dove into yet. I'm hoping that if we get to the point where the studio kicks in and we can truly create original music with it and we're good to go there, that'll be different. Then I'll be looking to see what we can do for like individual songs. I have some ideas on how to monetize the music, but I have to look into all of the nitty gritties before I start calling that out. I definitely don't want to misspeak there, because whatever answer I give could be very, very wrong at this point. I know about using it in content and all that. We're golden there. There, we're fine. I don't know about selling it as an original song. I do know that music services will not allow you to basically treat it like an artist, as far as I know. Every music service I looked at so far, if it's AI generated, you can use a little bit of AI generation, like if you're creating some loops or something like that, just to put in the background of your music. Or sometimes electronic artists will do that too. But as far as like using it to create a song and then putting it out there and selling the song, that I don't know. I can see you mixing it together and making our own stuff. Yes. Oh, yeah. And that's what's going to happen. Suno is a great tool. And you can use it to, if it's a part of a, here's what I've gathered so far. If it's a part of a whole, okay? So say we're going to include one of the songs in the game, or we're going to include it, like again, as background music for the stream or whatever, not a big deal. If you're treating the song like the whole thing in and of itself, that's where I'm unsure. So in other words, if I were to take one of the Suno songs, put it up on the website and say, we're going to sell that, or sell the rights to it where others can use it, I have no idea. I have to go in and double check that and take a look at it. I get the feeling with studios, and what's probably going to progress on our side, fam, is we're going to end up using it to write more and more parts of songs and then end up going into another DAW and putting it all together. Digital Audio Workstation, for those of you that don't know what that stands for. But basically editing software. So that's something we'll have to check out. Well, the lyrics, yeah. The lyrics are, regardless of where the lyrics come from, Razor, whether they're written by AI or they're written originally like what I do, it's only part of the whole. It makes it a whole lot more original. And from my end, again, like that's part of why you've seen me going through the processes that I go through. I want to get to the point where I treat Suno again like a studio musician, and I give it, basically I'm writing the song. It's my work. They're just performing it for me at that point, is the idea. Great for mock-ups, great for some backup tunes, great for a lot of things, actually. Now that full studio is in there, and we're really able to create things on our own, we're going to see how that works, by the way. We're going to play around with that a little bit today, see how that works out. But again, I believe so, Cheryl, but that's going to be part of what I've got to look at. Because I've had a lot of people request a soundtrack for the game already because that's the stuff we're coming up with. We will make it available one way or another. If we're able to sell it as a soundtrack, we will. If we're not able to, we'll come up with other distribution methods. Again, I want to make sure that I'm clear on the legalities, and I advise every creator out there to do the same. Be clear on the legalities of something before you actually start putting it out there. Do I have plans? Absolutely. Absolutely. I need to look into a couple of the ins and outs with that yet. I know that I'm, again, safe with the YouTube vids and safe with the streams and all that. All that's good. That I'm not worried about. Speaking of which, I got to check and see how's our playlist doing. It has been the same song playing over and over again. Okay. I thought that's what was happening. I don't think there's anything that would prevent it. But due diligence, yeah. And Elfie, I don't think it's going to be a problem as long as it's original music and we haven't stolen from somebody else. And I'm very careful about that. That's part of the reason why a lot of these songs just get put up on Suno in an on-deck list until I'm actually ready to publish them somewhere. What I'm going to do, fam, once we have enough songs to put a radio show together, we will shift gears. We'll take a couple days off from writing, and we'll actually move into mixing and putting radio shows together. And we'll show you how we're going to do that. That's part of this process. We're almost there with community songs, by the way. We almost have enough community songs of a certain quality that we can put together to actually put that in there. Dick's Big Swing isn't too far behind. I think Dick's Big Swing has 6 out of 10 songs already. Stanton Synth has 4 out of 10. Night Drive, we're going to be working a little bit more on Thursday. That's the show that Sis is going to be doing. I have some Motown music I'm going to put together. Sarge wants to do Motown for a couple of shows. Oh, yeah. And that's on top of some of the benefits we're going to be adding in for members, too, to have their own radio shows up the road. I'm not going to talk any more about that or build that into the memberships until we're ready. We have other new things we've got to get to the members first. New audio hellos, new video hellos. Our first game night is going to be this month. We'll get there, fam. Oh, I'm hard to hear? Is standard difficult to hear for anybody else or just me? Let me hang on one second. I might have a little bit of a different volume set up here too. Let me move over to my mic real quick and see. Kira, does that help at all? I was actually down, but only 2 decibels. It shouldn't have been enough to really be a big problem. I was down about 2 decibels, though. I had myself set up for Richard and Stan, and they're louder. Ulrich! Is Nuts on repeat? No. Ulrich, how are you? It's good to see you. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. No, it's not on repeat. That's what I just fixed. It just moved to this song, actually. Yeah, definitely not on repeat. We're good there. Yeah, it just says nuts repeatedly. Yes. And Ulrich, you're doing good. Awesome. Welcome in. Fam, today we are going to be rewriting a song I did a long time ago for Respect. And this was a song with lyrics that had some personal connection to it for me, but it's really a song about self-respect more than anything else. The one thing that I didn't like about the original version, though, and I will try to play a little bit of it for you along the way after we listen to some of the newer versions, is that it really was a downer. Now, don't get me wrong, there should be some of that in there, but it was... I want to... If music could be well, actually, no, this would be right. Monotone. It was a very, I want to say flat song. Now, the lyrics at the time lent to that a bit, but again, this was also a song I wrote back in version 3.5, if I remember right. It was either 3.5 or 4. And the engine didn't do the same things, nor did we understand half of what we understand now about prompting. Now, today I'm going to do a little experiment. I'm going to I usually use a modal, like Phrygian or otherwise. Today, we're just going to use a straight up key. The key for all 3 of these is going to be A minor, which should actually work out really well for what we're trying to write. A lot of the songs we're going to go for, fam, with Respect when we get to that point, and this is one of them, it's going to have more power and more punch. So where Peace, Love, and Unity are more progressive trance, for Respect, we're going to move a little bit more into house. So that's going to make today a little bit extra fun as well. The first thing we're going to work with is progressive house today, so. Oh, really? So it didn't? All right, let me see. Yeah, fam, the announcement hung up. It hung up. Thank you for letting me know. I'm going to send it again. There we go.
37 minutes too late.
Anyway. It was doing so good, too, for a very long time. Have you all noticed that? Discord's been great. Not hanging up the announcements or anything. Overall, it's been doing really well for me, too. This is the first time in a while we've had an announcement hang. Jim, how are you? It's good to see you. Welcome in. Oh, gotta go. SD is live. Okay. I hear his new YouTube channels are absolutely Fam, if you ever, being serious for a second though, if you ever find yourself in a spot where you want to watch the stream, but mobile is really all you have available, please keep in mind that with the exception of Wednesday streams, which we only send to Twitch, all of our streams are now in both formats on YouTube. So if it's easier for you to watch in a vertical format on your phone, just go to our YouTube channel and it'll be right there. Today we're on DICR, so you should see streams in both formats. We have one that's in widescreen and we have one that's in vertical as well. When Twitch starts supporting vertical streaming, we of course will do that too. I'm actually excited to see that come about. A lot of what these services have to work out right now is what TikTok's already done, where you go into one stream and you just tap a button and you can see vertical or horizontal. Chats are combined, everything is combined. Right now on YouTube, you don't get that. You can stream both horizontal and vertical formats at the same time, but it's not a combined chat. It's actually separate chats, separate streams, separate keys. It's something they're working on. And that's also what Twitch is working on too. Twitch also wants you to be able to just tap a button. When they introduce vertical, they want you to be able to hit a button and you can watch it in vertical or horizontal. Either way. Which is really the way it should be. It saves a lot of confusion. It's a lot more convenient. When you refresh the page, Kira, how did it go? All right, fam. Let me go ahead and actually see. I'm so used to OBS being over here, chat being over here. Now, this actually is going to be better in the long term, fam, but it's going to take me a minute to get used to this. I do love this dock, though. Sis, you've got to go to the channel itself. If you go to the channel itself, you'll have an option. There's two different formats. If you're on your phone, it will normally default right to vertical. That I've already figured out. On computer, I'm not sure. Whenever I've jumped in to check it out, if I go to the page, it shows me both options. So it depends on what you're on. Okay, you're on PC. It will normally default to the shorts format first. Now, Cheryl, I have a quick question, by the way. Did you send that message once or did you send it twice between both YouTube channels or both YouTube streams? 2 times. Okay, perfect. Thank you, love. Now I know it's all working and coming through. Oh, yeah. And sis, it's nothing to stress over. The idea is to give everybody options. And I know everybody can see the different streams because on Friday when we tried it for the first time, I had chat on all 3 streams. Of course, tons on Twitch, but we also had some on the YouTube short side and some on the long form side as well. There we go, sis. There we go. Hey, JB, your wife is making kick booty dinner tonight. Really? There, Carrie Ann, now somebody told me that you're making a kick booty dinner tonight. I know you're making a kick booty dinner tonight. Oh, man. Now, fam, by the way, just to save any confusion, I'm going to put this out there as well. Tonight's meeting, because a lot of the members had different things going on tonight, and I have writing to do myself, tonight's meeting is canceled. All other meetings are as scheduled this week, though. Battle meeting tomorrow night. Game dev on Thursday. Little Sis meeting Wednesday morning. They're all happening. They're all happening. Homemade stuffed cabbage by request. And I love stuffed cabbage too. You found new drinks that I can drink? Oh, okay. I will be excited to check that out then, sis. I need to double check, love, on that for Monday night. I need to double check. I haven't had a chance to completely review all the footage yet, but I was going to do that tomorrow anyway. If you need a definite answer right away, just let me know and I'll get you one. I've just got to go over that footage though and see. Oh yeah, carbonated lemonade was fantastic. Olipop. But only drink 1 can a day. It's like the poppy one. It's good for you. Oh, so it's got all the prebiotics and all that in it. Awesome. Very cool. No answer needed until after school. Okay. Thank you, love. I'll let you know one way or another for sure. I've got to look over that footage. That's the big thing. Fam, we're working on, just so everybody's clued in, on the YouTube side, Battle, Carrie Ann, and myself have tried a little experiment. We actually we had a meeting last Monday, and we ironed out recording settings for everybody so that we could record from different perspectives. There's a little experiment we're going to try on the YouTube side, and that's why we're doing this. Not to mention the fact that for Agents of Chaos, having multiple shots from multiple angles, regardless of what's going on, is always good. So it's a process we're going to start working a lot harder on because it's going to make it a lot nicer. Some of the shots that both Battle and Carrie Ann got during that recording session where we were doing some testing were hysterical. So it bodes really well for what we're going to do up the road. But it's a matter of getting the recording settings set in a certain way. The three of us all have cards that could handle it and the recording settings that we use. So we're going to give that a try. Oh, yeah. It's just a lot of those sodas are like that, too. Anything that's probiotic, prebiotic, all of that, there's only so much you can have in a day. Sometimes because of the other sweeteners or whatever they use, or the ingredients, it's good for you, just not in massive doses. So sometimes that's it, too. I'd have to look at the ingredients to know for sure. But if it's along the lines of a poppy or something like that, oh, yeah. Absolutely. The grape tastes like Jolly Rancher? Oh, now I'm in. Now I'm in. All right. Fam, what I'm going to do first, I'm going to talk to you all about the prompts. We've already run 2 versions of the first song. And then afterwards, we are going to jump into the new DAW to see how it all works and what we can do with it. No idea. I did not practice with it. I did not look up any videos. None of that. All I know is everybody's been saying, wait until you get into that editor. It is much better than anything we've had on Sudo before. Hopefully I can find it and see what it's all about. We'll see. Fam, what I've done, I'm going to get myself up to the big screen here so you can see exactly what we are up to. Fam, what we are looking at here are 3 different versions of the same song that we're going to be doing today. What we're going to do with each song where I write original lyrics is we're going to do a house or trance version, we're going to do a synthwave version, and then we're going to do a swing version. Each version is going to have, it's all the same theme. Each version might have slightly modified lyrics so that it stays on point for the genre we're going for. Also, we do rewrite some of the lyrics for cadence. Cadence is very important depending on what kind of song you are writing. Where we are going to start, though, is with the progressive house version. That will be our start. I'm going to show you a little bit of what we put together here and how the prompting works. All right. Basically, what you do, the style description gives it the overall. This is generally what we're looking for. I'm going to show you on this page as opposed to the Suno page because it's easier to read here. All right, but progressive house in D minor, 122 beats per minute, long intro with filtered pads, airy plucks, and subtle vocal chops. We're going to see if we can get that staccato sound to get out of that. 4 on the floor kick enters gradually. Deep rolling bass line underpins spacious synth layers. Fam, the reason I read this all out to you is I want you to understand that this is what AI looks for. This is very musical lingo. Okay, very descriptive. It's very important. The better you describe what you're doing, the better the AI is going to do for you. This is how we craft and not just jump into the prompt and say, write me a progressive trance song about washing dishes. I did that once, by the way. It came up with some great music, but we'll put a pin in that. That's not what we're going for, though. We want to actually write it. We want to craft it. We want the song to be ours. So that's why we go the extra mile with this. It's gotten to the point with my style descriptions, fam, that when I drop them into Suno and I ask Suno to rewrite the style description, it might change a couple of words, and that's about it. So at this point, we've got a pretty good process going with the style descriptions. Extended breakdown with vocal focus, followed by a euphoric drop and layered melodies. Outro fades with echoing arps and fading pads. Okay? Styles to avoid, which you see I have highlighted on here. There are certain genres that if you go for a specific genre like house or progressive trance or whatever, that sometimes AI might try to veer off into that you don't want. And it's a very critical step, as I've learned. Put the styles to avoid in there. It's as simple as going to the AI, in my case, ChatGPT, and say, could you give me a list of styles that AI might go into with this style of music that we want to try and avoid? And that's exactly what it does. And it gives me a list. So lo-fi, acoustic, minimal techno, hard style, trap, which is something that the AI has a tendency to bleed into a lot, ambient, experimental, and dubstep are all styles that we wanted to avoid. Oh, I've had Sanka before, Razor. Oh, yeah. Oh, sis, really? And Kira, you're excited for next Sunday? Fam, not only are we going to be rewriting songs for Unity next Sunday, Kira has worked up a ballad for her character to do in Damage's Rift, and we're going to put that to music next week. We're going to include a little bit of game dev in our music day, but it's very much on point, so. You know, Razor, I knew because that's what my grandmother used to drink all the time. My grandmother loved coffee, but couldn't drink it because she had an ulcer. She could have decaf Sanka once a day. So that's what she did. There's also Ode to Pods. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. But yes, I know what Sanka is. For sure. Now, fam, into the prompts themselves, okay? And this is just the lyrics for round one. I'm not going to talk about all the lyrics. You'll hear those, but we're going to talk about the prompts real quick. Here's what you do, okay? Put the verse in. Tell it what it is. Verse 1, colon, and then write it out like a sentence. Put commas in if necessary to take breaks, okay? But in this case, we want verse 1, male solo vocals over soft filtered pads and airy plucks slowly fading in. Verse 2, male solo vocals over a deep rolling bass line. So we're going to let the music increase a little bit here. That enters under spacious synth layers. Move to the bridge. Male duet vocals. Increase in power over swelling gentle pads. Risers lift into soaring lead melodies. Verse 3, powerful male duet. So we're going to stick with the duet here. Powerful male duet vocals over a heavier kick and bass. Shimmering arps build energy. So in other words, it's going to use a lot of shimmering arpeggios, which are, they almost sparkle sound-wise. You should hear them in the music itself when we play the songs. So it should cause an even bigger build. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go for a quick instrumental break. Heavy kick and bass continue over powerful shimmering arps and full pads. Okay, so pads, fam, are that it basically creates a tone in electronic music. So it hits a solid note and kind of stays there and helps fill and round out the sound. Pads are excellent for that. Absolutely excellent for that. Leading to a full drop just before the outro. So there's going to be this big swell to the outro and then a quick outro. Echoing arps and pads fade into silence. And that's where the last three lines will. So in other words, it's going to just all fade out really smoothly. We'll see what it did with the lyrics. It might continue the lyrics at full volume, And we might have a vocal finish, or everything might fade out together. Now, when you start playing around with duets and pseudo, it is not perfect science yet. Okay, with all of the experimentation that we've done, there's a lot of times we tell it we want a solo here, a duet here, and it goes off and does a duet, but fills certain things in areas we didn't tell it to. Sometimes this is not a problem. Sometimes it is. But the bottom line, fam, is stick with it. If you're trying to create a duet and it's not quite giving you what you're putting in the prompts, try it again, because there are times that it'll catch it and there will be times that it'll miss it. I've gotten some incredible effects out of Suno, but it took me 6 tries to make it happen. Like one song in the 6 did exactly what I asked it to do. And you've got to keep that in mind. You watch me do it on stream all the time, fam. Takes me between 4 to 6 usually to get something that's really good, something we really want and we want to stick with. So, and Ode to Pots is fantastic, but that one pops up in the game streams, so we'll hear that one on Tuesday. Fam, if you were around on Tuesday, by the way, speaking of music writing, we tried to write a Pots song that did not work. Elfie went to Suno, worked on it for a while, came up with, Kira can confirm, by the way, that I'm not just saying this, like 6 kick versions of Ode to Pots. We had to choose because it turned out fantastic. And we'll play more for you on Tuesday, fam. Absolutely. All right, everybody. So now that we've gone through the prompts, let's get to the music. I've actually got to do one thing here, fam. Bear with me. I'll pause that one right there. Okay, there we go. So, fam, now that we've gone through the prompts and everything else, how are we doing for time before the ad starts? We're good. We're good. We'll listen to the first version before the break, fam, and then we'll listen to the second version afterwards. So here's the first version of House Respects Theme. Let's see what we got.
When I was weak, I searched for strength to carry on. Someone to hold me through the night so long, but you left me away, standing on my own, and you faded away, faded away. When I was hungry, searched for fire to feed my soul. Someone who warmed me, keep me from the cold, but you left me alone, standing on my own, and you faded away, faded away. The road is hard, the night is cold. I thought I needed a hand to hold, but when you left, the truth was clear. The strength I needed was always here. Now you're hungry, now you're cold, but I've learned to face the dark. I walk alone, and when when you call my name, you'll find yourself the same. I faded away, faded
Wow. That's how we move into Twitch ads with some energy. We'll talk a little bit about that when we get back, fam. Twitch ads are about to start in 2 minutes. Not exactly what I was going for. Is it an amazing version right off the bat? Yes, it is. That was really good. That was really good. I'll be very excited to hear what we get out of version 2. But fam, right now, what I've got to do is get our music going again. There we go. And fam, Twitch ads are about to hit. They're only going to run for about 3 minutes. What we'll do is while Twitch ads are running, we're going to step away and take a break ourselves, grab a little bit to drink, stretch our legs. When ads are done, fam, we'll come back and we're going to continue to work on this and possibly get into that new DAW that's in the editor. Everybody, please don't go away.
So when the dark feels heavy and the hours run long, tune in to Stanton and you'll find your song.
tiny feet, a blur, they dash in a world of chrome and flash.
Circuits hum, the gears align. Little warriors, they define a revolution. Wheel in time. Hamster hustle, never slow. Round and round, the rhythm flows. Hamster hustle, let it show. Tiny sparks in the afterglow. First leak, their eyes aglow in the pulse of the wheels. Techno, speeding up, they steal the show. Electric
All right, fam, we're back.
chasing shadows they won't find. Always forward.
Go ahead and get myself back up on camera here. Here we go. All right. So, fam, we just listened to version 1, which was really good. Here are the caveats. It was supposed to be everything I dropped into the prompts, by the way, fam, was supposed to be all male. Okay? These were supposed to be male vocals, male duets, things like that. It opens up. And just for really the first verse, it opens up with a female solo. The other thing, and I don't know if you picked up on it, fam, I did. In the first verse, there are a couple of very mispronounced words. So, unfortunately, I've actually, as good as this was, and this was a good version, fam, it had some misses right in the beginning that were pretty critical. Cheryl's happy, by the way, fam, over on YouTube, because Cheryl has found that YouTube uses the generic emotes and plenty of eggplants. Oh, man. So, fam, we're going to go back and listen to version 2. Unfortunately, that version doesn't follow the lyrics. All right. So, fam, here is version 2 of Respect's theme. Let's see if we got a little bit of version out of this one. The last one was really good. It really was. If it wasn't for, that's why I said let's wait to talk about it until I get back, because if it wasn't for those bugs initially, it would have been fantastic. But it kind of missed the mark in a couple of areas. So let's listen to the next one and see what we get. See if we get a little bit closer. Did it say fatted? It actually mispronounced, let me just look here real quick. I think it was alone was the first word it mispronounced. But yeah, there were a couple in there. You heard it. Did it actually say fatted too, though? Interesting. All right, fam. Here's version 2. Let's see what we get. We'll start dropping some other versions in once we listen to this one if we don't quite get what we need. Let's do it. Nope, that's the other one. Let me try this again. Wow. That was much more on point. I don't know how you all feel about it, fam. I will keep an eye on chat for your input. That one was more on point. That one was more on point. You get enough power out of it without... I wasn't trying to go for an anthem with this one. With the last couple we've been doing, that's what I've been going for. This is more of a... This one's a little more gentle. It's supposed to be. It's supposed to have a good beat and keep right on moving, but I don't know. I do like it so far, though. I feel like there's a little something missing, maybe? Let's try this, fam. Am I on the right screen to do this? I am. Okay. Fam, what I'm going to do... First time ever jumping in here. Let's open it in the editor and see what kind of options we get. This is the new feature I was talking about earlier, fam. Oh, this looks... Wait a minute. Extract stems, add a new section. Okay, wait a minute. Try new lyrics or melodies by picking the clipper section. To quick replace or use the left panel to tweak lyrics and style. And then click replace section. Add a section by clicking the plus above any section boundary. Oh, okay. So let's see. Let's mute this. I have an idea of a couple fun things we could at least try. Let me see exactly where we're at here.
When I was weak, I searched for strength to carry on. Someone to hold me. We're through the night so long, but you left me alone. Standing on my own, and you faded away. Faded away. Faded away.
I have an idea. I'm going to FAFO a little bit here, fam. Because you can completely grab certain sections and move them around. And fam, by the way, anything I do here doesn't destroy the original. It creates a new version, so I don't have to worry about destroying what we just listened to. What I am thinking of here, though, is seeing, can I actually... Okay, wait a minute. Then drag and drop it anywhere on the timeline. Okay. So I'm supposed to be able to grab this. Oh! So if I want to add that in there, I can do that. So that'll extend that instrumental there, basically. Let me see how it does this here. Let's see if I can bring a little bit of that in there like that. Okay, so that's what I'd like to do is actually shorten this up a little bit. Okay, right there is where I want this to. Okay, so for this, what I'm wondering is, can I... Oh, I can split it. Okay. So what we'll have to do... Okay, so that's right where I want it to be. Actually, so we'll split it right there. Now, what this should let me do is grab that little add-on section I just did. Yes, I can delete it out of there. Okay. Oh, this is good. Okay, so I should be able to bring that over a touch more. Right where that's at, I should be able to split that again because I don't want that additional section in there. Take that out. There it is. That's where we'll test out if the AI can actually blend it together properly, because that's a pretty good spot right there. Let me check this out.
When I was hungry, when I was hungry,
That's a little bit off. Let's see if we can blend that together a little bit better.
when I was hungry,
Okay. Now the rest of these are okay until we get to here.
clear the strength I needed was always here. Now you're hungry, faded away, I faded away.
Okay, so right in here, what we're going to do is we're going to add a little section. And set lyrics and style in the left panel. There's no lyrics there needed, I don't think. Let me see. Let's see if it does it on its own without the lyrics in there. And there should be a final. Oh, that's if you want to extend the end. Oh, wait a minute. So if I put this all together. Oh, it's not going to just merge those. I see what's going on. Okay. I need to take a few things back out of here then. And yes, fam, Control Z does work. I thought I was going to get a little bit fancier with this, fam. I am not. I am not. Let me go ahead and grab some of these real quick.
On my own and you faded away. When I was hungry.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask it to add in an extra. Let me find the other instrumental break here. Because we're adding in something between verse 2 and 3. Oh, 2 and 3 has the bridge. We're going for it between, that's right, between 1 and 2. Okay, what I want to do is copy just this one section here. And for whatever reason, it's acting like it doesn't want to let me do that. So I'm going to go back over here. Because what I want is a bit more in between verses 1 and 2. Swelling gentle pad, risers lift into soaring lead melodies. Okay. So that should swell it up and then bring it back down again before we move into verse 2 is the idea. Let's see. If it can do that for us. The nice thing is it keeps it all in sequence. We can move things around. We can dial things in a bit better. Not a full DAW. Not a full DAW. Much better tools than we had before. And I'll get in and play with them a little bit more offline so that I can show you a little bit more online how to work them. Not too bad, though. I'll take an improvement every single time. As long as we get an improvement every single time, nothing to complain about.
There stands our battle. Answering the call.
And fam, right now, all we're waiting for is Suno to do its thing.
No matter what your fix, he'll be right there behind you.
Oh. It jumps right in the preview, fam.
When I was hungry, I served. When I was hungry, I searched for fire to feed. When I was hungry, I searched for fire to feed my soul.
One thing I am going to say, fam, is that when it comes to adding things into the middle and all that, it feels like, and this is just preliminary, I'm going to try some other things too along the way, but it feels like we're still in that mode where the engine's gotten better, filling in gaps, like if you want to add something in, but it is not 100%. there are better ways that it could have filled all of that in, and it doesn't really, it's not cohesive. It sounds like somebody took something that kind of sounded like the song and shoved it in the middle. And that doesn't really work, of course. So what we're going to do, fam, I'm going to back out of the editor for now. Get back into Create for the moment. And what I want to do,
All hail the battle, for this is why we sing. All hail the battle, you know he's half Viking. All hail the battle,
okay. What I'm going to do, I'm going to actually rework these prompts a little bit.
things explode. Now some of you might wonder, when battle's in a fight,
Now, this will reuse the same style and lyrics. I want to make a couple of quick changes here, though. Oh, what happened to my instrumental intro notes? Where did those go?
has a backup plan. He has Bell and Freya, corgis at his command.
Odd. I had put those in even on this page, and now they're not even there.
They've got your 6 on 4,
I wonder what that was about. Okay.
more than just a mod. They have the cutest butts. So if you hear explosions, don't worry about your lot. Just join right in with all the fun and give it all you've got. Things were good before, but now it's even better. 'Cause all of these explosions are more fun when done together.
There we go. Instrumental intro, soft filtered pads. Oops. Actually put the prompts in there for that twice.
He does it just for kicks. He loves ragdoll physics.
There we go. Soft airy pads and drones slowly fill in with a clean bass line. The other thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go to Defrigian on this. I'm going to also increase it just slightly, fam. 122 to 125. We will keep our weirdness.
Ragdoll physics.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to give it a little bit more breathing room. I've been giving it about 60%. I'm going to give it 70. Style influence, I'm going to take up to 90, fam. Usually I set it at 80 because, again, you want to give the AI a little bit of breathing room. I'm going to go with 90 and tighten that down, but I'm going to allow it a little bit of extra weirdness too. And we're going to call these the house second tries.
Step right up, don't be shy. I've got wonders
And we'll get those two running. While the AI is running those two,
ready to fry. Twist the dial, hit it.
we can start to look at the Electro Swing version as well.
You where chaos feels just right. Here's a blender with a jetpack, goggles that can fry an egg. A tea set wired to moonlight as a shortwave pirate rig. Sass is in my Pip-Boy, rolling eyes at every try. Battles ducking under tables, he's not built to fly this high. It's mad science in 4/4 time. With a horn line sharper than a power.
So I'm going to drop all the prompts in there and get this formatted real quick, fam. Bear with me for a minute. And then I'll go over all the prompts with you.
It's experiment 60. A toaster with ambition, it now believes it's king. A vacuum that composes jazz while it cleans up everything.
Okay.
Squirrels chasing schematics round the rafters with a net. If she finds the right blueprint, we'll get it together, yeah.
I'm going to put in some simple instrumental breaks in here, fam.
With a horn line sharper than a power line. If it smokes, if it sparks, then it's probably mine. Step back, hold tight, it's experiment 69.
And we're going to add in a roaring trombone solo for this one. I've never used roaring as a descriptor before in the Suno engine, so we'll see how this works out.
Now the Bunsen burners swing and the Tesla coils sing. Static crackles through the crowd. Hear that lab bell ring.
Okay.
Cannon theories launch out proofs into the air. If the math won't hold together, well, we'll just leave it right there. Oh, it's mad science in 4/4 time. With a horn line sharper than a power line. If it smokes, if it sparks, then it's probably mine. Step back, hold tight.
Okay, and we're going to do another one after the bridge. I'm going to do the same thing, by the way, roaring, but this time instead of a trombone,
Don't fret, that's just me testing flight. Science is a dance, and danger's my cue. Now clear the floor. I've got
let's get a little trumpet in there. Couple of brass solos ahead of a full orchestra. Fam, the rest of the prompts that are in the lyrics for this one. Now, the lyrics, of course, were reworked a little bit so that it fits an electro swing groove for this particular song. So, first one, upright bass walks with swing drums, clarinet flourishes. The chorus is brass stabs and sax riffs, joined with EDM kick snare groove. For an instrumental break after that, we're going to do a roaring trombone solo after over a full orchestra. Verse 2, piano riff and muted trumpet trade lines with vocals. And then we get to the bridge. Stripped down into upright bass, finger snaps, and vocal focus. So in other words, it's going to get really quiet outside of the bass and some of this going on, okay? Another instrumental break, roaring trumpet over a full orchestra. And then for the outro hook, we're going to do a full band finale. Soaring brass fills, swinging groove. And that should take care of the rest of it. Now, for our style, electro swing at 118 beats per minute, jazzy big band intro with upright bass, swing drums, muted trumpet riffs, and clarinet flourishes. Add modern EDM kick snare groove layered with brass stabs and swingy sax lines. Verses more stripped down for vocal clarity. Choruses burst with horn sections and syncopated rhythm. Include playful call and response brass fills. Breakdown drops to upright bass piano riff and vocal hook. Then builds into energetic bass-driven finale. Perfect.
You'll fry us both, just wait and see. A little danger makes it hard.
Fam, by the way, I had somebody ask me how I work out with ChatGPT, how I take it from my idea to something that an AI prompt is going to understand. Again, fam, what I do is I write all my ideas down. That's the sheet you see me copying out of, by the way. I write all my ideas down. I take it to ChatGPT and say, can you help me format this in a way that is more suited to what Suno and the AI are going to understand? And it does that. It does that. What's interesting is as time goes on and I learn more about this, the less I'm finding I have to rely on the AI for it. Like I'll write a full descriptor in and just by its very nature of practice, I'm starting to write things in a style that the prompt more understands. So we're getting there. We're getting there. It's not perfect for me yet. There's a lot of things that ChatGPT still fills in for me that I haven't thought of. But it's an improvement. Once again, fam, for this one, we're going to keep weirdness. We're going to actually keep the style influence at about 80. And I'm going to keep the weirdness at about 60 right now. If you get too weird with certain styles, it just goes too far all over the place. With electronic music, it's not so bad. With certain styles like the electro swing and all that, though, I've been finding that unless you wanted to do that, that's different. But if you're trying to keep it more on track, you've got to actually rope it in a bit more. And this one will be the electro swing. And fam, the reason I'm doing this now is this way. We can let the AI run this while we listen to the other two versions that we just remixed. Once again, we want to avoid lo-fi, trap, dubstep, glitch, minimal techno, trance, and ambient on this one. We don't want it to slip into that. There we go. And now we can let that run. Now, fam, we have two more versions of the house version that we just did. So we're going to listen to the two of those and see if we get something a little bit more on point. That very first song we listened to was good. It just unfortunately missed the mark in a couple of spots. The second version, very good. Not quite there for me. You know, you'll know when you get there because you just can feel it. Not quite there yet, but really getting close. Let's see what we get out of these next two versions, fam. You don't want it, yeah, but sis, you don't want it to slide into that style. When you're trying to write an electro swing, you don't want it to slide into lo-fi. That's not what you're trying to do. And that's what it is that there's just certain styles that kind of ride along the sidelines of a main genre, and you want to make sure it doesn't go into those. Lo-fi is great, actually. But it's not, yeah, it's not what we want for this tune. And if it tried to slide into that, it would throw the song sideways, is the idea. Oh, yeah, no. It is a cool genre. Absolutely cool genre. Just explaining, though, that's why you put those in there. It's not about what you don't like. It's about what you're trying to make sure it doesn't slide into while you're trying to write. You don't want to write a rock song and have it slide into country. Now, if that's what you want, you can set it up that way. But generally speaking, you're trying to, of course, focus in on that one genre was the idea. So, okay. Anyway, let me go ahead and give this a playthrough. First version of the house second try. Let's see what we got. If you could name a lo-fi show, what would you call it? The AM Sessions. Just because of the kind of sound that AM produces, the AM Sessions. That's exactly what I would call it. As a matter of fact, I might have already thought some of that through. All right, fam. Here we go. Respects theme. This is going to be our house second try version. Let's see what we got.
When I
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Some oddities during transitions in there felt a little more experimental, but I love some of the sound effects it put behind those vocals. It's good. That could be our WoW version right there. So I'm going to leave this for now, just so I know which version it is, but also that's the leader currently. All right. Now, fam, I didn't bring the background music up because we've got another version to listen to right off the bat. This is the House Second Try version 2. We'll see how it did with this one. The last version raised the bar quite a bit. Let's see if what we get here is even better. Same prompts, second pass. And sis, by the way, you didn't give anything away. Nothing. Nothing. We'll have a lot of fun things to talk about on Wednesday. About this stuff right here. Ooh. Like this intro better. Now that is what I was going for. I love, by the way, how it turned that male duet, that prompt that I dropped into. That's kind of what I was hoping for, was to get them singing in two different styles. And that's exactly what it gave me. It finally gave me what I was trying to get at. That sound and all that. Oh, yeah. And it handled the drop beautifully, too. The last version, which was also really good, I didn't like the drop because it did a softer drop. And some of the transitions between sections were a little bit off, but still a good song. Still a really good song. Just not the ultimate we were going for. This was the ultimate we were going for. For sure. Well, and that's the idea. This is a PLUR one. This particular version is going to be the PLUR version, so. All right. So, fam, I have a couple things I need to do here with this real quick. First, this version is going to start popping up on our playlists during streams on Sundays and Wednesdays, so I'm going to add it to that playlist right off the bat. And then for this one, in terms of workspaces, I've actually got to create a new workspace, because this is our first one for the Respect album. Perfect. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back here. These two versions are not what we were hoping for. This one here is going to become our Suno release version. I'm going to launch this on Suno right now, fam. Really good song, just not our ultimate. But this way, fam, again, you can go to Suno. You can look at the page. You can look at the prompts we use, see what kind of results we get. Please, fam, use it as a learning tool. That's why I'm doing this. A lot of Suno artists will not put their prompts up and all that. I am going to take a different approach there. The only songs I won't put up forward-facing completely, again, are the ones we're going to be putting in our game and all that, but that's different. That's different. I want you all to be able to learn by what we're doing. Some of you have been sending me some pretty cool stuff. And I've really been enjoying it. But let me get in here real quick, fam. I got to get this all taken care of. Let's see. Where's my visibility and permissions?
We are there. Look around you, the lights all shine.
We swing together, your hand in mine.
More than friends, it's destiny. We chose
This will be Respect's theme. Pseudo version.
When the silence tries to break you down, I'll lift you higher. Spin
Okay, that's all fine. That's good.
your eyes as one. The crowd, the flame. Together we'll never be the same.
Look around you, the lights all shine.
We swing together.
Let me see here real quick.
Hands in the air, it's plain to see. We chose our own family.
Man fading into a neon background. Let's see what image it gives me so we can publish this. Let me make that a little less pink. Not that I have any problems with pink, but not quite the imagery I'm going for here. There we go. There we go. And there we go, fam. That one is now published on Suno. If you'd like to go over to the Suno page and take a look at it, exclamation point Suno in the chat gives you the link to our page over there. I am going to just move this to the publish to Suno space. There we go. All right. Fam, now it is time for us to shift gears a little bit. We're going to move into electro swing, but here's what's going on. Do I want bread with dinner? I'm sorry, love. I missed that comment. Yes, please. Yes, please. So, fam, that's what we've got there. Did it actually pause? Give me 1 sec here, fam. My apologies. I got to check on something real quick. Oh, it had paused. Okay. That's what was going on. All right. So, fam, here's what we're going to do. We have 2 more versions. We're going to move into the electro swing version. But before we do that, ads are looming on Twitch. So that doesn't interrupt what we're trying to do. We're going to go ahead. I'm going to run the ads right now. While the ads are running, I'm going to step away just like I always do. Stretch my legs, grab a little something to drink. And that way, if you're stuck in ads, you're not missing any of the show. After the ads are done, we will come back. And we're going to listen to these next 2 versions and see what we need to do to tweak out the electro swing. Everybody, please don't go away. And sis, I'll catch up with your news when I get back.
In a world that trembles, I still believe that hearts can soften, that souls can breathe. Through the static, I hear your names, 1,000 voices, 1,000 flames. This love we build, it echoes wide through pixel lights, our oceans wide. No weapons drawn, no fire, no storm, just rhythm, soul, and the unknown.
All right, fam, we're back. Thank you so much for your patience. I'm going to get myself back up on screen here. Oh, let's adjust that. Let's adjust that camera real quick, too. I will now try to adjust the camera. There we go. Much better. Much better. I'm looking over at myself going, oh, okay, there we go. Oh, man. Fam, welcome back from the ads. We have 2 electro swing versions now of the song to listen to. So I'm going to go ahead and mute that music. We went over some of those prompts before the break. Now, this time around, it gave us longer versions. But again, the reason for that, and I'm going to go ahead, I'll jump into version 1 here real quick, is because I added a couple of extra instrumental breaks in. I want this to be a full-on electro swing. Not just about the lyrics, but about the music too. So I added, again, that roaring trombone solo in and then a roaring trumpet solo. And it is certainly, this song is twice the length in terms of time than we usually see from electro swing. We've been seeing like 2 minutes, 30 seconds. So now I'm really excited to see exactly how this turned out. The last 2 electro swing versions we did last week turned out fantastic. Really happy with a lot of what we got there. So I'm hoping that we'll get a lot more of that again. Let's see. Oh, by the way, wait. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm sorry. Sis, what is your news? Excellent. Sis, congratulations. Congratulations. That is worth a cheer. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm very happy for you, love. Very, very happy for you. Oh, my gosh. All right, fam. Here's what we're going to do. We'll go ahead. Now I can go ahead and mute it. Now we'll play it. Let's see what we got. Ooh. I'm going to say something that I don't often get to say. First try. Wow. Well, now the pressure is off, fam, for the second version because we've already got a keeper. Already got a keeper. Now, this is either going to be the version or the version we published to Suno. We're going to listen to the second version and see what we get. But I cannot believe what I just heard. Pretty much exactly what I had in my mind is what just came out on that screen for me. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay. Let's listen to version 2. Just a few seconds shorter. Let's see what we got. Can it defeat version 1?
When I was weak, I searched for strength to carry on. But you were gone, the night was long. You left me all alone. So I danced on my own. Faded away, faded away. Your shadow's just a memory that couldn't stay. Faded away, faded away. I found my rhythm and I swung that pain away.
When I was hungry, I searched for fire to feed my soul. But you were cold and I was bold. I made my own parade.
While you just faded away.
Ooh.
The road is hard, the night is cold. I thought I needed a hand to hold. But when you left, I learned to play. The strength I needed was in the sway.
good and publishable on Suno. First version hands down though. There's not a doubt in my mind. That was a great version. And if I hadn't heard version 1, I might be listening to this going, this might be the one. But the first version has so many extra effects. It followed my prompts a lot better too. So that's going to be our winner. That is going to be our winner. Finally got a decent version of the current song you've been trying to get just right. Oh, nice. Freaker, very nice. I will give that a listen a little bit later on. I'll go, when I get a chance a little bit later on, I'll go listen to it. Is there something you've been struggling with it? Or do you think it's a prompting thing or just the engine not understanding? Or maybe a mix of the two? With me, it's usually a mix of the two. So, Freaker, please do. Please do. I want to be able to listen to it when I can actually focus on it a little bit. And if there's anything you've been struggle busting, and fam, I'm going to say this to everybody. If there's anything you've been struggle busting on Suno, don't hesitate to drop it in the Discord and let me know. If there's something I can do or a tip I can give to help you with it, I will absolutely do that. Without question. Like, Jamie, I've been struggling trying to get this particular effect or this special sound or whatever. If I don't know, I'll tell you. If I have an idea, I might be able to come up with something that you can use. Oh, you're going for industrial metal. Do you know what I've had trouble with in that department, Freaker, with Suno? Getting it to giggity, go heavy and stay heavy. That's where I've been running into problems with it. Go heavy and stay heavy. It wants to keep drifting into lighter sounds, and I'm like, stop it. But that's, yeah. Sometimes when you finally get it to like do that driving beat and get that grind and that feel you want, and then it backs right off again. It's like it has trouble keeping up that intensity almost. Although a lot of your songs grab the intensity and keep it there. So maybe it's prompting or otherwise on my side. We've got a few. This one hits pretty hard though. All right. I'll listen to it after the stream, Freaker. I want to hear it. You've come up with some really great stuff, so now that it's posted, I'll go get a listen. All right. So fam, again, while we're actually doing all this chatting here, hang on. I need to get the next prompt in, which is our Synthwave version. So I'm going to drop that in. I can't believe we've already got an amazing version of this already. That is so cool. Fam, the song that is playing right now in the background, by the way, is the original version of the song we are remaking today. Super slow, super plotting. I wanted to pick it up and make it more impactful. I turned one of Ender's songs into a metal punk vibe. Oh, nice. Nice, Freaker. Ender's has been playing around on it too, I take it? Oh, it didn't grab the first. What is it doing here? Let me try this again. I'm going to drop these in again. There we go. Okay. Verse 1, dark analog pads. This one gets a little bit darker. This is more synthwave. Dark analog pads with gated snares. Pulse softly. Verse 2 is going to be arpeggiated bass line. So a little bit more of a staccato bass line. Drives forward under shimmering pads. Okay, bridge. Pads swell wide, retro tom fills, and risers lift the tension. And then for the outro and the hook, bright retro lead swell, VHS style synth drone fades. Might not pick that up. Sound effects are incredibly hit and miss in Suno. We will try though. If it leaves it, it's not going to matter. If it puts it in, it's not going to matter. Either way, it's going to work in this case. It's an extra sound effect that I can always add in later too if Suno doesn't drop it in. Sound effects can always be added in after the fact if they need to. So that's not world ending to me. What I do need to do here though is we do need to type in some extra prompting here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to add a word I usually don't use for this, but this is synthwave. Okay, so this is a little bit different. I want more feel. I want more emotion, so I'm going to tell it to do just that. Give me an emotional male solo. Emotional male solo vocals. Over dark analog pads and gated snares. For verse 2... I want to do an emotional male duet over arpeggiated bass line. I need to change the wording on this just a tad. Driving under shimmering pads. For the bridge, pads swell wide. Let's see. We'll go back to a solo. Emotional male solo. Over, I need to reword this a bit. Over swelling pads. Over wide swelling pads. Retro tom fills and risers lift tension. Okay, so that's good. Okay, and I'm going to add in male duet over. Right. If I find that if I add these vocal prompts in, fam, it just responds better, bottom line, and gives us a lot more of what we're looking for. It just, every piece of direction you give it, the AI gets a much better idea of what you're looking for. And it takes a lot less passes to get what you want. So you're using less credits and all that along the way too, which is really good. Now, for the style prompt this time, synthwave in A minor. I will leave it just like that. If we end up needing to put a modal in, I'll add it in at the second pass. I had to do that with the house version, by the way. We weren't quite getting what we needed. As soon as I put that extra prompting in, we were good to go. Okay, for the style, synthwave in A minor, 90 beats per minute. This is going to be a slower one. Dark retro intro with analog pads, gated reverb snares, and deep arpeggiated bass line. Kick and snare locked to a steady 80s groove. Layers of lush synth chords and shimmering plucks create atmosphere. Fam, the reason why I didn't add a lot of extra instrumental breaks, things like that, we've already slowed the song down considerably. You start adding a lot of instrumental breaks in, things like that, that might drag it out. We'll see what the AI comes up with first, and we'll tweak it from there. Chorus explodes with soaring retro leads and side-chained pads, which is awesome. Mid-section breakdown strips to pulsing arpeggios and vocal, then rebuilds into a cinematic final drop. With wide neon-soaked synths, outro fades into VHS-style synth drone. Again, we'll see if it picks it up. We'll find out. Now, we're going to keep the weirdness down, and I'm going to keep the style influence up a bit higher, about 90%. The reason why we're already throwing some curveballs in there, I don't want to dial up the weirdness on top of that. Be mindful of that, fam. As much as I love weirdness in Suno and some of the creative things it comes up with, keep in mind that if you eke up over 70%, you're asking for it. And you might not get exactly what you're looking for. You might get some really cool stuff, just not what you're looking for. So try to keep that in mind. The crazier you get with the prompting and all that, and the wilder the song is, generally the less weirdness you want to throw in. Otherwise, it can end up going all over the place. When we were trying to write those songs on Thursday, particularly Squirrel Song with Mixlodian, if I dialed up the weirdness, it got really crazy. And I was like, no, it wasn't even really musically cohesive anymore. Now, the last thing I've got to get in here is always our styles to avoid. Once again, lo-fi, chiptune, minimal techno, ambient, trap, hardstyle, and dubstep. And we'll see if slowing this down does what we want it to do. I've got everything in there now, right? All prompts are closed. Okay. Gonna go ahead and create those two.
Grethor's eggs, freshly laid.
And now that we've checked out Grethor's eggs, Grethor, how are you? It's good to see you. Welcome in. Oh, Franker, gotcha. Gotcha. Grethor, how's everything been? Good to see you again. Welcome in. All right, fam. So the one we just played, okay, that's the one that's going to get published to Suno. And I'll do this while Suno does its thing with the next two versions of the song. Let's get it published first, though. And actually, that picture is perfect. Don't want to allow remixes at this time, though. All right, fam. Publishing to Suno as we speak. I'm going to move this into the right workspace as well. Okay, where's my publish to Suno? There we go. This other one, what we're going to do is we are going to add it to... Actually, this one gets added to our Friday night playlists. And this gets moved to Dick's Big Swing. 7 songs, fam. Just 3 songs away for being able to put that show together. Very cool. Very cool. Doing good, relaxing today. Friend gave me about 2 gallons of pay dirt cons. Oh, nice. Very, very nice. So it's oh, wait a minute. Stop. Grethari needs some explanation. What do you mean, or what are pay dirt cons? I'm sorry, I misread that or misunderstood it. First I was like, oh, very cool. And I'm like, wait a minute, pay dirt cons? And 2 gallons on top of it. Okay, fam. Here we go. We have 2 versions of Respect's theme, the Synthwave versions. And we're going to take them right in order. Version 1 is 424. Version 2 is 458. And I'll say this again, even without putting the instrumental breaks in, the songs were longer because of the pace of the song. So I'm glad I kept that a bit more condensed. Version 1, let's see what we get.
When I was weak, I searched the neon for a light to guide, someone to keep the darkness from inside. But you left me alone, standing on my own, and you faded away. When I was hungry,
this. Wow. That's damn good. Once again, the pressure is off the second version now because we've already got the one we need. At first, I was like, wow, this is already starting good. And it just got better and better and better. It didn't follow my solo and duet prompts to the letter. Didn't matter in this case. I think it skipped over a little bit of that because the way it was putting the song forward, it was following all my other stuff, like especially the background, the layered pads and all of that was in there. I left it enough breathing room that it shifted a little bit off the duet side. Perfect. Turned it into more backing vocals. That's fine. That's absolutely okay. Oh, holy cow, Grethor. Grethor, as soon as you explained to me what pay dirt was, I had an instant understanding because my dad gets into a lot of that. So I know all about that. So you started explaining it, and I'm like, ooh, I couldn't remember how high it had gotten per ounce. So it was. You mean the song that's playing right now? The one that's playing right now is very chill, yeah. This is one of the older versions. This is one of the ones that we actually rewrote. This is actually the song we rewrote last week. This is the old Love's Theme version. I still hang on to those versions for like stream background music, things like that. Until I have a playlist that's at least 3 to 4 hours long, I'm not going to be happy. So we're going to keep those songs in the rotation as well. They're good. And they make for great background while we're working on stuff like this too. So, all right. So fam, that is our WoW version already. But let's see what we get from our other version. I was worried we weren't going to get all 3 versions today, the way the first one was going. The other 2 have been fantastic. All right, fam. Second version, can it beat the first? Let's find out. Oh, you were out chasing the Aurora again last night? Nice. Nice. All right, fam. Here we go. Version 2 of Respect's theme. Now, fam, here's what's about to happen. We just got 2 absolute kick-ass versions of that song. So here is what I'm going to do. The first one we listened to, I am going to send over to Stanton Sits, okay? And that's going to be part of that radio show. It'll also play on Thursdays. The one we just listened to with all of that extra crazy sax and guitar, that we're going to add to the Night Drive playlist. Now, the Night Drive playlist is a radio show that Sis is going to be doing on our YouTube channel. Once we have 10 songs together that we can actually create the full radio show with it, we're going to go ahead and get her going on that. We've already got 2. We actually came up with a Night Drive version last week, too. Now, what we're going to be doing, fam, the reason I'm making such a point of talking about this is coming up this Thursday, we're going to try a little bit of an experiment. This isn't going to just be about songs with lyrics. We're going to also have instrumental versions as well. Stanton is going to be working on a series of songs for Night Drive that are instrumental. You can go ahead, just the same way you see us use the verse prompts here. You can use more robust prompting in there. Don't put any actual lyrics in, and it will follow those prompts. So you can actually create very solid, very interesting, very robust instrumentals. You just have to be willing to take the time to put it all together. But what we're going to actually be doing on Thursday is adding some instrumentals in to go with that playlist along with the vocals. Hopefully we'll come up with a few things for Stanton Sense as well. I would like a couple of lyric-free songs running around in there just to kind of help break it up a little bit. So that's the whole idea. But I absolutely love it. And Grethor, yeah, you get to a point where you got to take a break. I totally get that. Fam, because we have a few minutes left, and because yours truly loves to FAFO, especially on days like this, I have a favor to ask. Somebody just blurt it out. I need a adjective, whether it's silly, funny, emotional, whatever, a genre of music that you like, make sure you like it, okay? And a topic. So the last time was Kira coming in with a song about hamsters running in wheels, and we got some really good songs out of it. But go ahead and blurt out a couple things in chat, fam, if you'd like to. We'll run a quick prompt into Suno. Full prompt, though, Freaker. Full prompt. Blue. What kind of bluegrass, though? Hungry keyboard and swing. How about, wait a minute. How about a bluegrass song? We need a happy bluegrass song about a hungry keyboard. Let's combine the two. Does that work, Freaker? Okay. We'll try it. Remember, fam, this is just for funsies. What we're going to do is we're going to switch over to simple. That sounds fun to you? Okay. So what did I say? Happy? A happy bluegrass song? Okay. A happy... Let me try this one more time. There we go. A happy bluegrass song about a hungry keyboard. Sounds ridiculous, right? Fam, very basics. To get something good, you want in that prompt an adjective, a style, and a topic. That's what we've got. Let's hit it. And then we'll see what we get. Sarge's song is playing right now, by the way. And it has already self-named the song Hungry Keys. There we go. While it works on those two songs, by the way, I asked for an emotional trance song about washing dishes. I've used this prompt once before. It actually gave me a great song. I didn't end up keeping it because it had like 3 different considerable mistakes in it, but these are always fun. For all the serious prompting we do and all that, it's always nice to just turn the AI loose and see what it comes up with. Ooh, Suds of Time. There we go. Now, fam, you're thinking of the dishes in, Sword in the Stone? I'm currently trying to make a song about Power 9. Oh, Magic the Gathering's Power 9 in techno and punk. Ooh, nice. Is that the song that you linked, by the way, Freaker, or is that something else? And by the way, fam, we have our Hungry Keys songs, and we've got enough time to listen to them both. So that's a new one. Oh, very cool. Oh, thought it up about 10 minutes ago. I love what Elfie did. Elfie's project is fantastic. All the different Genshin Impact characters. All right, fam. 2 more world premieres. We probably won't get to Sons of Time. We'll save that for Thursday. All right. But here is version 1 of Hungry Keys. A happy band. Oh, they went banjo driven. Okay. Happy bluegrass song about Hungry Keys. Let's see what we got.
The keyboard's clacking, it's begging for a bind. It's starving for letters in the dead of the night. Caps locks yelling, feeding me right now. Shift keys howling like a hungry cow. Oh, the hungry keys tapping, please, please, please. They want a word sandwich with some extra cheese. Hungry keys, they don't say goodnight till you type a feast under the screen's bright light. The space bar's grumbling, it's empty inside. The delete key's whining for a backspace pie. Every semicolon dreams of a snack while the inner key's ready to attack. Feed the keyboard, don't let it starve. It's a wooden piano with a digital heart.
Wow.
Oh, the hungry keys tapping, please, please, please. They want a word sandwich with some extra cheese. Hungry keys, they don't say goodnight till you type a feast under the screen's bright light.
I have added this to our community playlist already. And for right now, fam, I am creating a playlist of experiments that eventually I'm going to also post on Suno. This will fall into that category for sure. I'm going to move this right over to, where's my experiments? There we go. That was fantastic. I was not expecting what we got. Great beat, great everything. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. All right. So, fam, that was version 1. And we've certainly got enough time. Let's listen to version 2 real quick. This one's a little bit shorter. Here's version 2 of Bluegrass, Hungry Keys. Ooh, adding in some fiddle.
The keyboard's clacking, it's begging for a bite. It's starving for letters in the dead of the night. Caps locks yelling, feed me right now. Shift keys howling like a hungry cow. The hungry keys. Tapping, please, please, please. They want a word sandwich with some extra cheese. Hungry keys. They don't say goodnight till you type a feast under the screen's bright light. The space bar's grumbling, it's empty inside. The delete key's whining for a backspace pie. Every semicolon dreams of a snack, while the enter key's ready to attack. Feed the keyboard, don't let it starve. It's a wooden piano with a digital heart. Oh, the hungry keys. Tapping, please, please, please. They want a word sandwich with some extra cheese. Hungry keys. They don't say goodnight till you type a feast under the screen's bright light. QWERTY's got the munchies, it's a letter buffet. Even the number row wants a word souffle. Shift and tab are cooking up a plan for a tasty text treat in the palm of your hand. Yo, the hungry keys. Hungry keys.
This one was pretty darn good too. I'm really surprised. I am really surprised. Can hear a few audio glitches. Yeah, this one gets, I hate to say the heave ho. There's a folder I keep for, it's kind of a, because I don't ever like, I don't like tossing certain things away unless it was a pure experiment and it was like, So something like that, there were audio glitches though. I caught that too, Freaker. There were actually more than a handful during transitions and otherwise, or when it was having a little bit of trouble with his voice actually on this one. So we had the extra dynamic of the vocals and all that, which was really awesome, but it was having trouble processing it basically. So that one's going to get put into the good song, but it gets put into the experiments folder basically. Yeah, Freaker, yeah, absolutely. That first song, I loved, yeah, the fiddle. Oh my gosh. Beautiful job with that. The first version was amazing. No glitches or errors either. But it did play it a little bit safer. The second version, if it had not had those glitches, actually would have been better in my opinion. But too many glitches, too many things getting in the way there, unfortunately. Still a good song. The glitches were minor, but just too frequent you could hear them. By the way, Grether, if you would please send me, would you DM me a link to that? I would love to hear it. I've been loving all these experiments and all that. I have been learning so much from the community too. Ferret's the most recent example, but Ferret sent me over a song that she had written for Richard. It's actually posted in our Discord fam, by the way, if you go into the Suno Drops channel. She did something with a prompt I had never seen and had never thought of before. And that was using two different modals, one for the verses and one for the chorus. And it works out beautifully. If you go and listen to the song, I'm going to try that next time. You bet. You bet. All right, fam, here's where we are at right now. It is time for us to call it a day, but we will be back on Tuesday, starting at 2 p.m. Eastern, and we're going to be back with Game Dev. We're going to be working some more on that. Now, fam, Tuesday is going to be a special one this week. It's going to be a fun week pretty much all the way around. Tuesday, we are going to actually be working with the new Visual character creator. Now that we have figured out how we can swap characters on the fly, thank you, Elfie. Thank you, Elfie. Thank you, Elfie. Elfie created the plugin that does this, fam. Okay? So what we can do now is I can focus a little bit more on some character creation. We're going to do up some random NPCs, things like that, while I get used to this new builder. And then we're going to see about dropping them into Visual and dropping them into the engine and making sure that everything we do there works fine with Elfie's plugin. It should all be good, by the way. It should all be good. There should be no conflicts there, but you never know until you test. So that's what we're going to do, fam. I'm going to make sure that we design a couple of characters, try the character swap feature out. Hopefully we can do that all live. Tuesday morning, I will be dedicated, before stream, will be dedicated to actually learning the Visual character creator. And then we're going to do some cool stuff because, fam, with that particular tool, that's where we're going to start to create final versions of these characters. All of the versions that we have so far, fam, they're all placeholders. But we're going to be shifting that up very, very soon. Oh, Grethor, no worries.
Unsolicited doc picks. Get your wood wet.
And now that we've gotten our unsolicited doc pick, fam, let me go find somebody we can go share this love with. Let me see who we can go raid into on Twitch. To our fam on YouTube, again, you will not be raiding with us, but thank you so much for joining in with us today. We will be back on this channel again on Thursday. That'll be the Stanton Sessions. And again, we're going to be writing a lot of music for our upcoming Night Drive radio show that's going to be hosted by Little Sis. But let me jump in and take a look and see who we could go say hello to. Fam, you want to go blow somebody's mind? Oh, wait a minute. Let me see. Hang on. I might not be able to... Oh, shoot. We can't. Okay. All right. Oh, here we go. And playing a very cool game, too. All right, fam. Jayville! Finally got around to creating a pseudo profile. You're Jayville there, too? Jaron, do me a favor. Shoot me a link. Fam, as a matter of fact, anybody that hasn't, that I'm not following you yet on Suno, please DM me links. I'll get right over there. You'll get a follow. Love following the community and seeing what's going on, for sure. Fam, here's what we're going to do. We are going to raid into Jimmy McGinger. This is somebody we actually met through game dev circles, but he's actually turned out to be an absolutely wonderful human being. They were very kind to us the last time we were over there, but also playing Psychonauts 2. So I thought it might be fun to go over and say hello after a fun day like this over here. So fam, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the raid over there. Again, fam everywhere, thank you so much for being here with us today. I'm going to go ahead, drop the raid calls in chat. If you are subscribed, please use the first one, fam. If you are not subscribed, please use the second one. It's the same message, everybody. Just a matter of whether or not you have access to our emotes. All right, fam. I have begun the raid one more time. Thank you all so much for being here. So much love to every last one of you. We're going to be back right here on this Twitch channel on Tuesday, starting at 2 p.m. Eastern with Game Dev. Fam will be over on the Damage Industries YouTube channel that day live as well in both mobile and widescreen formats. But everybody, until I get to see you all then, please stay safe, stay healthy, and know that a big, bald, goofy comedic artist loves you dearly from the bottom of his heart. Take care, everybody, and please have an absolutely amazing night. I love all of you.